planning on retiring had you won the belt as well?
Yep.
Could you elaborate at all on what this lucrative other opportunity is?
It's just business, you know. I want to do something besides, you know, going to the gym every day, punching and kicking and rolling around with another dude. Shit get old. You know what I mean? I've been doing this for so long. I've been in sports since I was 8. It's just time to move on to something, you know, different. I won't say better, but just different. And no, I am not about to play football for the Rams, because everybody's hitting me up and saying some crazy stuff about I'm about to play for the Rams. Why would I go into another sport that is the same thing as this and you take all this impact and stuff? That's absolutely insane.
Before the fight, I had heard that you were considering an offer joining their management/front office, the LA Rams. You knew someone, you knew the ownership group. Is there any truth to that?
No.
You were wearing the Rams shorts on Embedded, and you changed.
I like the Rams.
You're just a fan.
Yeah, what's wrong with liking the Rams?
Okay,
dude?
so this opportunity has nothing to do with the LA Rams?
Nope.
Does it have to do with your love of dogs? No, kennel business?
No.
Okay. And in hindsight...
You can't get rich off dogs, bro.
Well,
I ain't Cesar Millan. Shit.
In hindsight, knowing that this was the end of the road, you know, sometimes when fighters start thinking of retiring, it's a bit of a different mental approach in the fight. Did you not feel like you said win or lose, you were walking away? Did you not have that hunger? Did you feel in hindsight
I felt great. I trained my butt off to fight Daniel. I mean, you still saw Ramble out there trying to knock heads off and go out there and give it his all. So I went out there and did my thing, and, you know, whatever happened was going to happen. So I wasn't really worried about anything. I just went out there and did my best.
And can you say with certainty this is the last fight?
Yeah, for me, yeah.
Thank you.
So thank you all for putting up with my craziness throughout the years. You all have seen my ups and downs, and it's been fun.
Anthony, right over here. What was the game plan going into the fight, and do you feel like you executed that in this matchup?
The game plan was to win, you know, keep my composure, control my, you know, the pace and things like that. And just in the middle of the fight, I just kind of fell off track and started playing his game, which was wrestling and things like that. And I felt fine. I felt great. It wasn't like I was tired. He beat me. You know, I don't take anything away from him.
And I know I probably don't have any regrets in your career, but are you a little bit disappointed you never got to fight John Jones?
Yeah. You know, I'm an alpha male. He's an alpha male. I wanted to see what I can do against him. I'm pretty sure he wanted to see what he can do against me, because you guys hyped it up so much that I was supposed to be the guy to beat him and all this and that. You know, you guys do your job very well of hyping things up, so props to you. But I feel I'm more, I don't know if I want to say sad, disappointed for the fans, because I know they really wanted to see it. You know, so day in and day out, people are always talking about John Jones and myself fighting each other, you know, and it just never happened. You know, maybe if I decide to come back one day, we can fight at heavyweight or something like that.
And that brings me to the next question. I think a lot of people thought, you know, you might move up to heavyweight. You had some success there in the past. You fought Andrei Arlovski. Did that ever cross your mind of moving up? Because, you know, it's kind of one of those divisions that's kind of going through a bit of an influx.
Well, whenever I had that break, whenever DC pulled out in December, I was like, let me fight at heavyweight. Let me just stay active. And it just didn't happen. So, I mean, it is what it is. It gave me plenty of time to train for DC. So, but we all saw the results. It is what it is.
And quickly, last question. How happy were you to see Des Green get a win tonight? I know how much it meant to him, especially winning in Buffalo.
I was happy for all of my guys. My guys went out there and they did their thing. So I'm extremely happy for them. I've seen those guys grow and improve day in and day out. So those guys have a bright future.
Anthony here. This announcement today obviously is a big surprise in the world of MMA. This is a rare opportunity for us to get a glimpse inside the mind of an athlete when you come to this decision. Can you perhaps explain how you got to this point and what this evening was like from you, from arriving to the arena, knowing that this is going to be your last time, walking to the ring, before the fight starts, the whole thing? Can you put it into words for us?
I was just soaking it all in, you know what I mean? But no matter what, I was going to go out there and do my best. You know, I hadn't checked out anything, but I knew what I needed to do regardless. You know, and of course, I mean, I'm an athlete. I've always been an athlete, so I wanted to go out on top. And, you know, it's been a fun ride.
Patrick? I'm sorry.
I mean, honestly, it leaves you kind of like speechless. You just don't know what to say, really.
Patrick Cote was very emotional. I can tell you've been a little emotional. So how have you dealt with that part of today, or maybe even over the past few days leading up to this, the emotion aspect of it?
Like I knew what I was going to do. I knew what I needed to do, but I did my best just to focus on the fight and not worry about what was going to happen after. You know, like I said, I hadn't checked out anything like that, you know, but it's like a fight. When it's over, it's over. You know what you need to do. You know the next step, you know. So my emotions weren't too dramatic, you know what I mean? Like I said, I've had a fun ride. I've been through a lot. The fans were great. You guys have been awesome to me. Some of you guys have been dickheads. And that's what it is. I'm just being honest.
You're being specific there, but you're being cryptic when it comes to letting people know what it is you're about to do. Why don't you want to say?
Because I don't want to. I'm not ready. Just what it is. You know what I mean? So when the time is right, everything happens when it's supposed to. Everything happens for a reason. So once again, when the time is right, you guys are knowing, please stop saying I'm signing with the Rams. Dude, because that shit is retarded.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm just saying.
Oh, I didn't say it.
I know,
but I'm deserving of being called that sometimes. That's all right.
Anthony, right here in front of you. How long has this been in your plan? So, like, if the fight had happened in December, like it was originally supposed to, would this be the same situation, or is this something that came together in the past few months?
No, it would have been the same results. You know, yeah, that's just what it is.
Can you say maybe when you'll be able to shed more light on what's happening? Is it going to be weeks, months?
We'll see. We'll see. I can't give you a specific time, date, or anything like that.
And if this is the end, I know it's still fresh, the fight. Can you point out, maybe your favorite moment, a career highlight, any of those things?
Every fight to me was a career highlight. I've just had so much fun from my very first fight in UFC till now, you know. Let me see. Had a 13-second knockout, my UFC debut. To the point where my eyeball damn near got poked out, you know, with fighting Kevin Burns and coming back and knocking him out with the rematch, and then missing weight and fighting Vitor, you know, and then getting cut from UFC and making my way back, and unranked and fighting Phil Davis and whooping up on him a little bit, and then Nogueira, and then I shut down Sweden. You know, it was me against Sweden, basically. And they were absolutely amazing over there, you know, after. And to fighting Daniel, to getting ready for John, and then everything happening with him, and then, you know, coming back again and knocking everybody out after that, knocking teeth out, and then coming back and losing. All of this has just been amazing. I don't regret one single thing that when it comes to MMA.
Hey, Ramble, right over here. Right here. Talking about fights, speaking of fights, all the memorable ones, do you have one specifically where it was like, wow, like the toughest fight you could think of?
Yeah, that was the toughest fight I could possibly think of. It was always with myself. You know, that's just what it is. That's everybody's fight. You know what I mean? You always battle yourself, not the opponent.
Final question: how would you like fans to remember Ramble Johnson?
Just the guy that went out there and went all out and just never gave up. And even when I was down and was getting stepped on and kicked and things like that, I still kept going. You know, I didn't win all of my fights, obviously, but I went out there and did my best. And I think people appreciated what I did for them and what they saw in me out there. I hope that I made a lot of people happy and excited to see me fight.
Anthony,
not many people can go through hell and back like I did and still rise to the top. I didn't win a title, but I was still knocking at that door. You know what I'm saying? So nobody can say they did what I did.
what do you mean when you say the toughest battle was with yourself?
Oh, getting up every day and going to the gym and cutting weight, and once again, so much training and dealing with you guys, and you know, it's tougher than what people think. They think we just go train and it's so easy and come in there and fight, and you know, they think our life is a lot easier than what it is, but it's not. You guys know that.
Do you wish that you would have fought at 205 earlier in your career?
No, because if I would have tried to go up to fight at 185, I had Anderson and Rich Franklin and those guys. They would have whooped up on me so bad. And then, you know, trying to fight at 205, I got Randy and Chuck Liddell at the time when I first started. You know, I would have got beat up even worse. And, yeah, if I hadn't fought at 170, a lot of you guys probably wouldn't know who Ramble Johnson is.
And just last thing, how much does your decision to walk away have to do with what's going on, you know, with the team and changing management and all that drama?
Nothing at all.
Okay.
Nothing at all.
Thank you.
Do you remember when you're across the street from the Buffalo airport, talking with Daniel? On that day, he talked about not the want to fight John Jones. We talked about how he felt that he needed to do that. Is that what you took away from that? Explain to me what you think his mindset was and is right now.
I don't know.
You were there that day.
Yeah.
What do you think? What was he?
Daniel's just a determined guy. He has the willpower to keep going, and he knows what he wants. You know what I mean? Yeah, he wanted to fight me, beat me, and then get to John. So and that's what he's doing. So far, he's completed his mission. So far, he wanted to be champion, and look what happened. Regardless, he's the champ.
If I remember it correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, he felt like it was something that he had to do. That he's kind of been haunted by this whole thing. Is that the way you saw it?
Yeah,
heard it?
Yeah. I think he's been haunted by it, and I mean, he came in, smashed everybody, came down to 205, and then fought the, pound for pound best fighter in the world, and John Jones, and got beat. Daniel has always been a competitor. I remember watching him in college wrestling. He fought, Kel Sanderson or whatever his name is, and lost. But you can still see the fire in his eyes that he did not like losing, and he wanted to get that W. He wanted to get that loss back.
Thank you.